I'm on a mission to buy an automotive icon before it's too late.
The bleak future of electric and hybrid-assisted cars has led to a mass buying frenzy in the car world, causing prices to skyrocket within recent years.
You made 10 grand a month for this car, bro.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to go up as quick as it did.
The Lancia Delta Integrale, 10 years ago, 30 grand. Today, £100,000. The Honda NSX, 10 years ago, £40,000. Today, £170,000. Oh, and that Subaru Impreza 22B you've been saving up for, 10 years ago, 70 grand. You're gonna need to keep saving. Today, £300,000.
I'm on a mission to find my very own iconic legend before it's too late, with what I think's a strong budget of £100,000. But regardless of budgets,
We're all about to find out that some of these icons are now just unobtainable. On the last episode, I showed you my 90s shortlist, but this time round, we're heading into the 2000s. And to kick it off the right way, the first of my 2000 shortlist is the R34 GTR.
I knew you were in the market for a new car, a legendary car. I've basically got an R34 GTR, Bayside Blue, V-Spec, very low mileage.
the Nissan Skyline R34 GTR isn't just one of Japan's greatest performance cars, it's one of the most iconic cars ever built. Born at the very end of the 1990s, it combined race-bred engineering with technology that was years ahead of its time. It dominated the streets, became a hero in motorsport, and thanks to films, video games, and tuning culture, inspired an entire generation of enthusiasts around the world.
This is one of the most iconic colours. If anyone thinks of an R34 GTR, they think of this colour.
Bayside Blue.
It's Bayside
You know
Blue.
what I mean? Fast and Furious.
So it's the best of the best, V-Spec, well, it's not best of the best. You can get a Z-tuner, you can get, Nismos and things like that. But,
For sure.
It's one of the best out there.
The R34 GTR came in several versions, from the track-focused V-Spec and V-Spec 2 to the more refined M-Spec, before Nissan released the highly sought-after V-Spec 2 NER and M-Spec NER. And at the very top sits the Nismo Z-Tune, a hand-built 2.8-litre masterpiece with just 19 ever produced, making it one of the rarest and most valuable Japanese performance cars ever built.
I really want you to come to see this car because it's standard and it's stock. You've driven obviously my two-colour one with 1,000 horsepower, so I thought, let me show you what they're like in a standard format. We were talking a while back.
Yes,
thought,
yes.
let's
Well,
get
Affy,
right.
this is the perfect thing. To find one that's still stock is actually, it's becoming rarer and rarer.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what I want to do. I want a stock car. I know a load of you guys are seeing an R34 in the background. You're thinking, here we go, single turbo, 1,000 brake horsepower. That's not the idea. If I purchase one of these cars, it's to enjoy it how it should be, have a really nice version of this car and just take it to shows, have that showpiece and enjoy it how it was intended to be enjoyed. Maybe some very, very light modifications.
This is a 99,
It's a 99.
so one of the earliest ones they did.
Yep.
It's a V-Spec. It came over into the country back in 2006 and it's been here, one owner ever since. You've got obviously the original GTR wheels on there. It's got a upgraded spoiler on the back. So
yeah, so this would be something that, I mean, let me know at home, guys. Do you like it? It's kind of more of like a drag style one.
Yes.
I mean, but it wouldn't take a lot to take that off and fill the holes or whatever and respray.
No, so it's actually in the original holes. So, so
okay.
that's actually a special version which actually sits on the actual original place. So it's literally just a swap over and put the original
That's
one
positive.
back on.
Yeah.
Or you can lift this one. But I personally prefer the stock one.
Everything about this R34 GTR is legendary, immortalized by the late Paul Walker and the Fast and Furious movie franchise. From the stance to the sound and the unmistakable rear lights, it's hard for any petrol head to deny the impact it had on the 2000s car culture.
A lot of you guys know these from the recent games and Fast and Furious, but for me, it was actually a drag race back in Japan that was on YouTube, very early one, and it was a blue R33 and a blue R34 that took off, and they were both around 1,000 horsepower. And I saw that, and ever since, I was in love with these cars.
That's crazy.
And then the second time that got me into them even more was the yellow car that Jeremy Clarkson drove on Top Gear. And again, that was about 1,000 horsepower. And I was like, that is never achievable.
These are actually really big. I know they're only a coupe, but when you're actually up and close, they are big. They've got presence.
Yes, it's a big car. They've always got a presence on the road.
And this comes with the bucket seats. These are standard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
this is the interior.
again, so this is just a standard option on these. On the V-Spec 2, you get a slightly darker version, but these are the lighter ones because it's just a V-Spec.
Sure.
It's a 6-speed Gatrac gearbox.
Okay,
As you guys all know, I love my manual.
That's right,
So
that's right.
That's what you call a proper driver's car, guys. Driver's car. So this is what these cars are about. You get get in, you drive,
Yep.
and you feel it. You know, a lot of you guys, I feel sorry for you because you're going to miss this era. 2.6.
Yep.
This is the RB26.
RB26.
The legendary RB26. It's pretty much stock, twin turbo.
Ah, that
Apart
is just
from
clean,
filters.
man.
Yeah.
That is very clean.
So the red rocker cover.
How much power do these make? How much power is this one
So
currently
these are
making?
approximately about 280 horsepower. I think this
Okay.
is pretty much, at the moment it's sitting pretty much stock.
Okay.
Apart from filters and an exhaust. So I'm guessing it's about 280, 300 horsepower.
At the heart of the R34 GTR is Nissan's legendary RB26 DETT, a 2.6 litre twin-turbo straight-six that became one of the most iconic performance engines ever, officially rated at only 276 bhp under Japan's gentleman's agreement. It was widely believed to produce more from factory, and its incredible strength has seen tuners reliably extract well over 1000 bhp, cementing its status as one of the greatest tuner engines of all time. But all of these factors have caused the R34 GTR market to absolutely explode.
Again, in the early days, 10, 12 years ago, I'd say
Yeah.
I had 5 of these sitting there.
You have 5.
V-spec, M-spec, another M-spec, and another V-spec, 2 Bayside blue, 1 black, 1 in the grey, 1 was a non-V-spec, and they all owed me the price of probably a decent one now. People like you and myself have probably missed the boat on these in terms of like, I'd love to buy 10 of them, each different colour and spec at 30 grand each, you know, I'd love that. That would be my ideal, like, dream.
Yeah.
But for us to do that now, you got to pay for a half decent one 100 to 150 grand each. So you put it to perspective. You know, supply and demand.
yeah.
If you can't get hold of one and they're worldwide popular because they're only, you know, made right and drive, they're only going to go up.
It had already built a cult following through films like The Fast and the Furious, video games such as Gran Turismo and Need for Speed, and its legendary tuning potential. But the biggest catalyst came when the early R34s became eligible for import into the United States under the country's 25-year import rule, unlocking huge American demand almost overnight. And with a limited number ever built and enthusiasts around the world chasing the same car, prices skyrocketed, and they haven't really looked back ever since. Today, an entry-level UK R34 GTR typically starts around 120 grand, but it can get crazy. Now, to be clear, this particular R34 GTR has just hit exclusive auto stock and is a long way off being sale ready. However, you never know, taking it in this condition might help me get a bargain price.
It's not up to my standards. If it was, this would be a mega high price. This would be very close to 200 grand. You know, 18 on the clock, a good clean history in Bayside blue V-spec, you're looking at close to 200 grand. You know, and that's...
What's matrix, bro? What's matrix?
Oh, do you know what? So this is the thing. If I didn't, you know, do all the bits and bobs to it and make it immaculate, you know, there's a deal.
There's a save in there.
There's a deal to be had. There's a trade deal to be had. Yes, for sure.
Cool.
Sure.
But it's going to be more than 150.
Definitely.
Well, guys, let's take this car out for my first official drive in I guess a stock R34 GTR, which is interesting because I have driven a lot of modified ones. So, without further ado, let's hop out.
But before we do, since we're on a subject of GTRs, this might just tickle your fancy.
Get ready, Europe. The world's biggest celebration of GTR and Nissan is heading your way. Parts Plug GTR and Nissan Festival at Santa Pod Raceway, August 15th and 16th. It combines drag racing, roll racing, drifting, and autocross on track with a massive car show, traders alley, kids rides, entertainment, and more off-track. Get more information and get your entry, spectator, or VIP ticket from GTRfestival.com.
And you can catch me there, smoking as many GTRs as possible in one of my cars.
My man,
Come on, Mo.
Affy and Jamie back in the GTR.
Come on, we're back
Mad.
in an R34 GTR.
It's crazy.
H pattern
You know,
manual. Come on.
manual. Crazy though, because it's stock. Usually you see me and Affy going absolutely crazy in these GTRs, but this is the thing with all of these cars. I could have been bragging them, like, you know what I mean? But that's not what I want. I want to feel the car.
So do you know what the
Feel what it
craziest
feels
thing
like.
is?
Go on.
The craziest thing is this car actually does have a history. It was a lot more power. And it's all being put back to stock and back to standard.
Okay.
I mean, to you, it's going to feel completely standard, but I just know it was.
It was, once
it's-
it was that.
It's crazy, but who knows? We don't have the plan yet. This might get built again.
Not by me.
But do you know what? Just driving this car actually really, like, you notice massively coming from the 90s era of the cars I've driven, right? Don't get me wrong, they're nice to drive in that, but like just how much smoother everything is when you come into the 2000s. It's got a lovely hum to it too. It's smooth to drive. The clutch is light, the throttle's responsive. It's nice. So coming onto a bit of a dual carriageway now. So we get her straight, and I'll put my foot down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. That's not bad. Hear the turbos, the wastegates, Fast and Furious vibes right now.
That's right. It's still got a little bit of go in it, actually.
I didn't think it would.
I'm not used to this power. I'm used to the opposite.
Bro, you could lose 280 brake horsepower off one of your cars, bro. You wouldn't even notice. But this is actually not. It's quite powerful. It's got quite a bit to it.
I think for a 280 horsepower that was back in early 2000s, yes. I think it's got a bit.
It's actually got some poke to it.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So third gear, you hear it building.
Yeah.
Bit of the old school turbo lag. Here they come.
That's it. The 2 turbos, yeah.
This isn't bad.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, because there was the whole Japanese kind of gentleman's agreement that they wouldn't go over 280 brake, and every car was over 280 brake. This feels like more than 280 brake.
Yeah, I think it would be probably 320 realistically.
Yeah. Just feeling the steering now and everything, and it feels pretty tight, you know.
The handling on these
It's actually pretty good. It doesn't feel. It's a big car. It doesn't feel too boaty.
That's right.
You know, I'm sure it could be more dialed, but as a standard car, like it feels. Bro, that's sick. It's even in stock form, it does feel.
So that's the legendary RB26, right?
That is it, and like obviously, like we both, well, you own a couple of crazy powered ones. I'm around quite a lot. I've been out in a lot, driven a lot, and I've actually heard that. And again, it's not my experience, it's only other people's experience. Driving a standard R34 GTR is pretty rubbish, is what I've heard. But it's not, for me, it doesn't feel terrible. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm in a race car, I'll be real.
It's not. I mean, if you're comparing, like, I've been to both sides, right?
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I've driven a standard one, I've driven one that's tuned pretty decent.
Yeah.
And for me, like, the tuned one gives us so many thrills.
Yes.
But that's because it is tuned. But
Yes.
if I was to get into this and I had no choice of 1,000 horsepower, this is a lot of power. It actually does give you a thrill for the 280, 300 horsepower.
Yes.
And that's what I think I've forgotten about.
Yeah, exactly. You're too far gone.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I mean, you feel it. You feel the G-force, don't you?
Only problem is when someone pulls up behind us, they expect us to accelerate into the distance, and
yes.
to tell the truth, in their Golf R, they're going to be on our bumper, like, you know what I mean? But for the vibes, for the sounds,
That's right.
this is as iconic as it gets, pretty much in the JDM scene, at least.
That's right.
Affy, it's a lovely car. It's not a race car. No, it's not a race car in this current spec, like, you know, but you know, it's not bad for the time, for what you get as an out-of-the-box pretty much package.
Yeah.
It's not bad. The seats, buckety, it's nice, man. But is it me? I don't know what to say.
Is the GTR the one for me? It's so iconic for so many reasons, and I know the petrol heads are gonna love it. But do I love it? And is a 20-year-old Nissan really worth the price they command? I'm just not sure. And the next early 2000s icon is about to make this process so much harder.
So, we are here back at ES Motor. First, we have a beautiful, bright yellow, don't know the actual colour, I'm sure it's got one.
Speed yellow.
Speed yellow GT3 997.1.
.1, yes.
The 997.1 Porsche GT3 is widely regarded as one of the greatest driver's cars ever built. Powered by the legendary 3.6-litre Mezga Flat 6 producing 415 bhp. It combines a 6-speed manual gearbox with hydraulic steering to deliver one of the purest driving experiences Porsche has ever created. It's a car that rewards commitment, thrills on the road and track, and for many enthusiasts, represents the sweet spot of the GT3 bloodline.
Amir, welcome back to the channel, man. Absolutely beautiful car. When I saw this car for the first time, it made me feel a little bit funny. This is the first one that's done that, of the ones that we're looking at.
Special car.
This, in real life, is the first one that's made me feel, ooh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 100%. We are looking at 997 Gen 1 GT3 Comfort. So not the Club Sport.
Okay, cool.
So it doesn't have, Club Sport would come with the bucket seats. and then the cage as well. So the comfort was the comfort seats and without a cage.
It's a GT
That's
car
it.
from Porsche, meaning it's
100%, yeah.
for the track,
Correct.
track bred, has track pedigree. Being a GT3, naturally aspirated. 3.6?
3.6, yeah.
3.6. GT3 RS in the .2 went to 3.8 and then a 4 litre.
The heart of the 997.1 GT3 is the legendary 3.6 litre Megska engine, descended from the unit that powered Porsche to Le Mans success. Built to be thrashed, it screams to 8,400 RPM, and of course has earned a reputation for being incredibly strong. Go ahead and ask a Porsche enthusiast what makes a 997 so special, and the chances are they'll simply say the Megska.
The 997, it was the generation that swung it back for Porsche.
Okay.
The 993, last day called, was, you know, it was an awesome platform. Then they went to the 996. Like, the 996 was not a hit when it came out. The lights, they weren't a great design for some people, you know, and they didn't really gel with the car, and it was like, is it that much? It didn't kick off.
Yeah.
Then they brought out the 997, and the 997 was a great car.
Yes.
Like across the platforms, whether it was a turbo, GT3, GT2, it was just a car that just works.
Yes.
It looked good, you know, it drove good, they sounded good. It was just, yeah, it ticked all the boxes.
If you ask Porsche enthusiasts where the sweet spot lies, they'll commonly answer the 997. It's old enough to deliver the raw analog feel that made the 911 so famous, yet modern enough to genuinely be usable every day. Unlike many newer GT3s, which some say have become more clinical and technology driven, the 997 still offers hydraulic steering, a manual gearbox, and an intimate connection between driver and car. It's the balance of old school character and modern capability that has earned it such a loyal following, and this particular car is pretty spicy.
415 horsepower from factory.
Wow.
However, this one's tuned by us.
Oh, so you've tuned this?
Yeah, we've tuned this, yeah.
Okay.
So this is actually owned by a chap called James.
Okay.
He owns and runs JGC Porsche.
Okay.
And they're only in Northampton, and he's done a brilliant job of maintaining his car, which is why it's like...
So, for one, this car is not owned by the guys at ES Motor. It's actually
No.
owned and it's not for sale.
You can't buy this
I
car.
can't buy. Now, potentially, if I did want to go for a 997 and a GT3, you'd probably be able to source me one if you could find one, because they're super rare too.
Yeah, yeah.
This one is here just to entice me, I think, because yeah, as
And
I
I
said,
think this is one of the best examples around. As soon as he dropped it here for the as soon as we saw it as well, we were like, everyone in the workshop was like, wow.
Yes. So let's take a quick look at the interior now, because I have been talking about more modern. That is a lot more modern than the
Yeah,
generation
yeah,
of cars we've been looking
100%,
at, you know.
yeah.
We're now on like, what year is this, sorry?
This is a 2007, I believe.
2007.
Yeah.
So 17, 18, up to 20 years newer than
Correct.
the ones we just looked at,
Yeah, yeah, that's
even though
right,
it's
yeah.
only one generation on.
It's got a short shifter in it, it's got suspension on it, the sound of the exhaust system on it, with the way it drives now with the tune.
Crazy. Did you mention how much power it makes now?
It makes 450 now.
450.
But it sounds
I
sounds great. I mean, look, when I drove it, I messaged James straight away. I was like, James, this car is a dream to drive.
This feels nice, you know. Yeah, let me get out quick. Listen,
You never know, you might be able to twist James' arm and say, James, listen.
Yeah, now he knows that I really like it. The price just went up, didn't it?
But even the design of it, look at the back end.
Well, this is what I'm talking
it still
about.
looks
Sick. This is the Porsche that I know.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong.
Not
like,
too much, you know,
Yeah,
it's
not,
just
not,
like,
not too
just
much,
about
but
right.
looks fast. You know when back in the day you used to see a car with a spoiler like that? That's fast. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It don't matter how fast the car really is, that makes it look fast. Some aftermarket modifications on this. It clearly looks like it's been lowered a little bit.
Yeah, it's
on
got
OZ
suspension,
wheels,
yeah,
tuned.
OZ wheels as well.
Let's get into values. How do you think that will affect the value of this car? How much would you say this car is worth? And what are these cars retailing from and to?
I mean, look, when it comes to Porsches and tuning and values, we've noticed ourselves, the cars that customers have sold that have been tuned by us, they're not diminishing value, they're actually retaining a good value. Because like with anything, if you've done it the right way, why would it take away from the car?
That's true.
If it's making it a nicer car to be in, a better car to drive, at the end of the day, if someone's buying a car to put into a museum, they might as well buy an art piece.
Yes.
Do you understand what I mean?
Very
Like
true.
there is people out there like that, and
Yeah.
they're trading these like they're trading pieces of art. But at the end of the day, the majority of us petrol heads, we want to buy something that we're going to occasionally enjoy as well.
Yes.
You know, cars and coffee on a Sunday or something like that. When you have your Supercar Fest show, you want to take it out and drive it.
100%.
And that's why, you know, people modify it correctly in order to make sure that it still drives even better than it was from the factory. And that's what doesn't take away from the value of it.
The 997 GT3 has gone from being a used performance car to a genuine modern classic, with values climbing steadily as enthusiasts chase the Mexico engine and an analog driving experience. But special models have risen in price even faster, particularly the 997 GT2 RS, the 997 GT3 RS, and the ultra-rare GT3 RS 4 litre, which is now regarded as one of the most collectible Porsches ever built, with exceptional examples of all three selling close to £1 million. But as the flagship ultra-rare models disappear into collector territory, enthusiasts naturally begin looking at the next best thing. It's a pattern we've seen time and time again. Once the halo cars become unobtainable, demand shifts to the models sitting just below them, with a limited supply and growing numbers of buyers chasing that same analog driving experience. Values have a habit of following the same upward trend.
Where would you see a 997.1 GT3 in the market right now, and a guesstimate of how much this one might cost too?
I mean, it depends on a few different things. First of all, if you can find one, and then you have to look at the history, the condition of it, and everything like that in terms of the spec as well. Something like James's car, I would personally think that this is going to be six figures. I don't see it doing like 120s, 130s.
Okay.
But probably like early 100 grand.
Wow. Okay.
But there could be cheaper examples out there, but I'm saying something that's been maintained to this level.
Sure.
You're going to need to have, you know, six figures to hand to get something like that.
Just aesthetically, so far, I'm in love.
Yeah. Also, you know, when you're looking at these cars, and especially Porsches, older Porsches, it's really hard to put a price cap on them because everything is on condition.
Sure.
They vary sometimes so much. You could buy a dog, you know, and pay cheap money for it, but we know how much maintenance you'll have to then do to bring it back up. Unless you get really lucky, like with your 901, which turned out to be, you know, a good base car.
Okay, cheapers. First car with fully functional aircon.
That's it.
Aircon that works. Oh, that clutch is makes you work for it.
Yeah.
My chicken legs need work, bro, so this is probably a good thing. Now, am I right in saying this has track pads in it or something? So because the owner does track it.
He does track it,
which is so sick. That's
he
what
did,
you
he
want.
did mention to me, that he's got the track pads.
He's got track pads, so it might be a bit
squeak
squeaky.
little.
Okay, cool. We don't mind that. Epic.
And he's got track camber settings on there a little as well, so
okay.
It will rub a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, he's going to revert back to the street spec.
Okay.
For when he's street driving.
That's all right.
So
Cool. We've got it in track spec right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is a sound.
Sounds sick, innit?
That is a sound.
That's the loudest one.
That feels nice. Wow, this gearbox, that's very precise, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a very precise feel. That is now.
It's a nice short shifter.
Yes. I've got to say, it's crazy, like, and it might be obvious for the viewer, but just to me, if you look at the time period between all the cars that we've driven so far, especially the car before this, on the last episode, the 993, 10 years. But this feels every bit of 10 years newer, maybe even more, like, you know, feels refined. It feels very refined now. This feels like something that inspires you with quite a bit of confidence straight away, just because it feels quite easy to drive. And again, only driving it in a straight line slow.
Yeah.
Give it a little. Whoa, that little bit of overrun.
Yeah, we got a bit of overrun tuning to it as well.
Bro, this sounds savage.
Sounds
This is serious, man. But it's also the pickup. Like, this is, again, for a naturally aspirated car, this is modern day fast.
Yeah.
You know, 450 brake horsepower. You probably know what this weighs or thereabouts.
Yeah, it's around about 1350, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not a heavy car for modern day standards, I guess. Yeah, it's just, it does feel yeah, brilliant.
Sounds really cool.
Do you know, so like, it's really interesting driving two different generations. I mean, we've been in the 90s, now we're into the 2000s, but just how much more it inspires you with confidence. But going back to being one of the most popular, or maybe not, by some, as I say, one of the most hailed generations of the Porsche 911.
The 997, yeah.
I can understand it because it's not as refined as the 991. Definitely not the 992. It's still got that edge, you know. It's still got that, you know. You feel a little
that rawness.
yeah.
That sound.
drive, man.
Yeah, shout out to JGC as well.
Yeah, what do they do?
So JGC Porsche, there's Porsche specialists as well. They deal with a lot of maintenance, servicing.
Okay.
A lot of the 997 models actually they deal with as well.
Okay.
Water cooled specialists. So yeah, James is a top guy.
Well, if this the condition of this is anything to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
off as a
yeah,
company
that's it,
standard, they're the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's sick. It's everything. It's the feel. It feels tight. It feels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It just. This is kind of. And then the brakes were on steelies. Give it a bit of a break. Yeah. It just.
It's there, isn't it?
There. It's a very nice balance of old and new.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It actually feels weird calling it old because it feels quite new.
It feels new.
Do you know what I mean? But again, 20 years old. Pretty much. Proper iconic car.
I can honestly see why so many enthusiasts rate the 997 so highly. It's an incredible balance between performance, engagement, and everyday usability. And right now, it's arguably the most complete all-round driver's car I've experienced so far. I can actually say I'm feeling this one. But my mind isn't made up just yet, because the next car on my list is the first true supercar in this series, and it could change everything.
Dean from Saving Salvage.
Hello, mate.
What have you brought down for us today?
I have brought down for you to see my Lamborghini Gallardo LP 570 Performante.
The Lamborghini Gallardo changed everything for Lamborghini. Launched in 2003, it became the brand's first truly usable everyday supercar and went on to spawn some of the most iconic special editions. Cars like the lightweight Superleggera became instant legends, while the later models such as the LP 574 Spider Performante took that same philosophy even further, combining dramatic styling, less weight, and an even sharper driving experience. Although we're looking at the Performante today, it's the Gallardo's entire lightweight bloodline that captured enthusiasts' imagination.
When we talk about poster cars, when we talk about cars that look like they're going fast, when they're not even moving, I think this type of car really comes to mind.
Gallardo in general is just such a good looking car. Poster car for people our age, there's definitely on the wall. Need for Speed Underground, that was the best car to have. It's so iconic and it still looks modern. It looks just as good as a Huracan. In fact, actually, no, you want it looks better.
Maybe even better.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe even better.
It's just a bit sharper. It's such a good looking car.
Yeah, a lot of people will be looking at the Gallardo and not even knowing that they actually done a Performante version.
I had an argument with someone on YouTube about this.
I really said that it's not possible.
I was like, I put something in the comments about saying, oh no, the Performante, and they're like, it doesn't exist. I was like, does exist. There's no specific figure of how many were made, but it's widely agreed around 180 worldwide.
So this is a super
and
rare
only
car.
about 20 or 30 in the UK. The 430 Scuderia and the 997 GT3 RS are its main competitors, I guess.
Sure.
And the price-wise, they're double what these are.
Have you modified anything, or is all this carbon? So this is all factory carbon fibre?
It's completely standard Performante. So you've got carbon side skirts, carbon rear wing, carbon wing mirrors, and then the best bit, full carbon door cards.
Oh my gosh. Look
and then
at
obviously
interior.
you get Performante bucket seats as well.
Oh man.
Contrast stitching in the body colour, and then Alcantara dash.
This might be the prettiest one we've looked at so far. This is, and all this styling.
Tricolor or tricolor.
Man. It's just a very, very, very sexy car. Now, do you want to tell us some of the engine specs, what we're looking at, what we got here? In fact, can we see anything? Is there
I don't think you can, because it's a Spider, you can't actually see the engine bay.
Okay.
But it's a 5.2 V10, and it's the most powerful Gallardo they ever made, so it's 570 PS.
Okay.
Whereas I think the standard ones are 550.
The Gallardo started life with a 5-litre V10 before Lamborghini enlarged it to 5.2-litre for the later LP models, bringing more power, more torque, and an even sharper character. Most cars were fitted with Lamborghini's E-Gear automated manual gearbox, famous for its aggressive neck-snapping shifts that, whilst not as smooth as today's dual-clutch gearboxes, have become a huge part of the Gallardo's raw old-school supercar appeal.
Let me know at home, is this, because it's not manual, does it take away from the car? Before we get into how much you paid for it and what you think this particular car's worth, current market, what would you say is bottom dollar I could buy a Performante or a Superleggera for?
At the minute, it's constantly changing. They are just going mad all the time, and there's only ever 2 to 3 for sale, not even that sometimes. So people are just putting them
You
up
can
and
make
up.
up. Yeah,
They're just
yeah,
going
yeah,
mad.
yeah, yeah. Also, the thing is, guys, with this budget, I can be persuaded to spend a little bit more.
The market for the special edition Gallardos have changed dramatically. As collectors continue to chase naturally aspirated V10 Lamborghinis, the Superleggera and Performante have become some of the most desirable Gallardos ever built. With limited numbers, huge enthusiast appeal, and Lamborghini moving away from the era of analog supercars, many believe these lightweight models are only becoming more collectible.
How much did you pay for this car?
I paid just over 100,
How long ago?
less than a year ago.
That is crazy.
And that's how mad they've gone.
I know this isn't necessarily for sale, but if I really, really buttered you up, what would be the number?
See, I still think they've got a long way to go because their competitors are still 200 grand more than this, some of them. So I don't know. It begins with a 2.
Wow. So it begins
Everything's
with
got a
two.
price, but it
Everything's
would
got a
have to
price.
begin with a 2, otherwise it's still going up.
It's still going up.
It's still going up.
Another thing about this series is trying to catch it before I'm too late. What I don't
Exactly,
want to
yeah,
do
yeah.
is spend
Miss the
top
boat.
dollar, miss the boat,
Yeah.
and then have something that potentially can only go down.
Yeah.
Not go down, but you know, it's not going to appreciate as it should. Essentially, 100 grand you've made on this car in under a year.
Yeah. I did literally.
You made 10 grand a month on this car, bro. Nearly.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to go up as quick as it did. I knew it would go up, but I thought it would go up like 15 grand a year. I didn't expect what's happened in the last 9 months to happen.
It's so crazy because I think this car and what's happened with you, how it's absolutely exploded, kind of describes the want for these type of cars.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the reason for me right now is the time to act on something
Yeah.
before I miss the boat on something I
Everything's
might
going
never-
mad everywhere at the minute. I don't think it's a fad either. I think it will continue to go that way just because every new car released is either hybrid or electric.
yeah.
And people are realizing, oh, there's going to be no such thing as a natural electric V10 again, like ever again. So
Guys.
these are your only options.
And it's a beautiful car. I can't lie. Like aesthetically, this might be the prettiest car we've looked at so far. Let me know at home, guys. Let's have a quick drive of it and just see if it really makes me put my hand in my pocket and go for one of these, I guess. So yeah, without further ado, should we hit the road?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go. Okay, a little rumble. Little rumble. All right, let's get going. Do you know what's crazy? Right? It's so quiet pulling away.
Yeah.
But I feel what you're saying about the kind of it's doing the clutch for me.
Yeah,
so every
yeah,
time I touch
yeah.
the throttle, it's a little bit like on, and
Yeah.
like you feel it jerk a little bit. Chunky steering wheel. Have you had this?
No, standard.
Okay. Like just pulling away here, you wouldn't think you're in a V10.
No.
It's very. It almost feels like it's in eco mode. And what mode are we in right now?
I think just normal automatic.
Normal. So what? So Corsa puts it in full manual.
I think Corsa, I'm not 100%. I don't know if it puts it in full manual, but
Okay.
it turns traction off.
Okay.
I think
okay.
it does all that. So sport is like a halfway house, I guess.
Okay. Nice. So the valves at a certain RPM,
Yeah,
they're valve control.
Yeah.
And we were saying off camera, there's no way to open these valves.
I don't think so.
that we know
No.
of.
No.
For someone who's never driven a robotised manual,
Yeah.
it's literally like having a clutch but not doing the clutch. That's
Yeah.
it's like the car is driving with a clutch, which it is.
Yeah.
It feels exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know? Let's give it a little feel. Right, so second gear. There we go. It's nicer, and you know what? That little brake is, I don't know why, but it feels wholesome.
Yeah,
like
it does,
we're too used to just I'm not saying that's not a good thing, and I'm not saying that's not efficient, but this is like, I don't know, it
just
adds to the
feels old
character.
school.
Yeah, adds to the character. It's so smooth.
Yeah, it's nice now.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, the gear changes is a little bit, you know what I mean? But the acceleration, the pickup, that V10 that's behind you, it's
The power build as well.
yes. It's an event. These cars are events, and this is what it's got to be. This is what the icon or whatever iconic classic legend I go for has got to have. It's got to have that feeling. It's got to have that feedback. It's third gear. It's so smooth. It's buttery smooth. It's literally buttery smooth.
It's quick as well.
It's
not even slow.
I'm taking it to about 6,500 RPM.
Yeah.
Nowhere near red line. Also, the brake feels quite nice too.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, modern cars. You touch the brake, you're going through the window. This is like, it's a nice feel. So, in fact, are we in Corsa?
No, that's standard.
Give me the Corsa. Let's
I don't know if it's just traction control. I don't know if it's going to make much
see
difference.
if it feels any different.
brutal, like.
It is.
It's part of the car, isn't it? It's part of what makes it raw and that mechanical feel.
Bro, this is a nice place to be, man. It's literally, it's everything about it. It's the feel, it's the clunks. The clunks aren't bad. They're not bad clunks. It's hard to describe. It's the kind of clunks you want to feel that your machine is working.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you know what? I've always toyed with the idea of wanting a Lambo, but you just don't want to be that guy in the Lambo that gets that stigma. But I feel when it's cool like this, you're not trying to buy the newest, but you're buying on the heritage. You're buying on this. Do you know what I mean? This is when it starts to make sense.
See, I had a Hurricane, and it had been wrapped matte black, and it had a body kit on it, and I felt like a bit of a knob driving it. But with this, don't at all. I don't know why, because this stands out more. It's bright orange.
Just to cement this V10 noise. Second gear. Yeah, she's violent. Dean, you're the man. I'm shaking your hand just to say thank you for the. I'm not buying it yet.
Get your check back out, come on.
I don't know if I've got deep enough pockets. Your new price for it starts with a 3.
Yeah, we might go to a 4 in a minute.
Oh man, no, but honestly, like a super unappreciated car in my opinion. I agree with everything you said. Driving it is testament to that, and yeah, the fact that it's going, but I haven't missed the boat. It's kind of like a great opportunity to get into something where your money's going to be safe, and you've bought a piece of potential history, man. It's an icon. So, man, you know what? I think the 2000s era is going to be the hardest era so far. We got some serious cars in this lineup, and yeah, this one has not made it any easier.
The Gallardo has genuinely surprised me. It's raw, engaging, the naturally aspirated V10 sounds incredible, and whilst its E-gear gearbox might not be as lightning fast as today's dual-clutch systems, every shift feels dramatic and full of character. But this is where things get serious. On the next episode, I will finally be buying my very own iconic legend. But before I make that decision, we have some major curveballs and an experience and opportunity I'd have never thought to arise.
I'm very tempted already, bro. But I don't know if this is too much of a pipe dream here.
And when I reveal the car that I've chosen, you're all in for a surprise.